Hi, my name is Michael Knight. I just want to do a really brief vlog on the work that's happened at SCW in response to the COVID-19 outbreak over the past couple of months. My role is the Associate Director for Technology Management and Architecture, and I've been leading much of our response from a technology perspective in terms of supporting both our partners in general practice in the community as well as nationally. The journey kind of started for us back in the middle of February when we started to see some practices on our patch reporting that they were closing as they had a suspected case. So our incident response really started then. Our desktop engineers go to a lot of sites, deal with a lot of people, and we were very much aware of the potential for both our staff to potentially be at risk, but also the fact that we were highly mobile between multiple practices. So we wanted to be very much on the front foot and manage that as effectively as possible. So we've had daily incident calls pretty much throughout from 13th of February, and really our response has just ramped up over time as the situation has changed. We've had brilliant support from our staff. People have been incredible in terms of their commitment, and personally I'm incredibly proud of everybody in the organisation and in the organisations that we work with for the kind of the commitment that everyone's shown, the team spirit and camaraderie that we've had throughout has been incredible. It's not been without challenge. We've had some real difficulties in terms of volumes of support requests. So our service desk has been at times taking well over 1,000 calls a day, which is an incredible volume for us. Our previous busiest day ever was around the 500 mark, so double in terms of the busiest day ever that we'd ever seen. But in terms of a normal day, we're talking 4 or 5 times the volume. So the resilience that our people have shown there has been fantastic. We've also provided lots of support from other teams. So we've redeployed resources to provide support to the service desk. We're doing lots of work to keep an eye on the volumes of activity as well. There have also been some challenges in terms of the supply chain, where everyone wants to make a very quick shift to remote working, and using laptop devices to enable that. So we've built well over 1,000 devices in recent weeks to support that remote working approach, as well as providing some other solutions to allow remote access to desktops in a secure way. And we've supported just over 2,000 primary care staff to work in that way also. We've seen a huge growth in terms of our core platforms, where around some of the existing devices that have been out there. So our key remote access platform, we previously saw a peak of 500 users a day. We've been regularly over 4,000, so a huge increase there, and kind of testament to the work that our teams have done in terms of the scalability of our architecture, that we've been able to support significantly increased volumes without having to make too many technical changes. We have really cut back on technical changes and really only progressed the absolutely essential work to both support the response and keep data secure. All other non-necessary change we've put on hold, so that we can ensure that we optimise our service availability. Our partners have been incredible in supporting us throughout this time, including partners that have provided services for and platforms free of charge. So particularly around some of the telephony solutions that we've spun up very quickly to both support returning GPs, HR and identity checks, but also other areas like the IT support for that program as well. Our partners have been incredible in keeping us going, and very much whilst we see that there's lots of credit going to staff on the front line, There is credit coming through to some of us in IT services and similar kind of services up and down the NHS, but partners have been massively underrated in this. So I want to say a big thank you to those guys as well. It's been really key. Beyond that, we've been working really hard to coordinate and support our staff. As I mentioned earlier, people have been incredibly committed. They've changed roles and or worked additional hours to make sure that we can respond to the needs at this time. And the way that everybody's worked together has been incredibly great to see on my part. So that's what we've been up to. I'd also like to just send a thanks to our GPIT colleagues in CCG organisations. They've provided brilliant support to us in terms of working with practices, helping identify requirements as they come up, and helping us manage and prioritise. That's been incredibly helpful for us to get through this challenging period. We're still meeting a few times a week now as an incident response team. We are starting to find our feet and getting ourselves into the new normal as we see it. But we are still meeting regularly. We're having daily checks on volumes of activity, and we're continually looking at our resourcing profiling as well, just to make sure that we're able to respond.